Benavidez Sr., he's came out and stated that he thinks that the fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford is going to be boring. He says he thinks that Crawford is it's going to look like Skull and Jermell Charlo's fight against Canelo. Saying that, Crawford is going to be moving around all night long and pretty much running from Canelo. This is what Jose Benavidez Sr. is saying, man. First of all, us Terence Crawford fans, anybody that knows Bud knows how he fights. He's an IQ fighter. He's a high IQ fighter. He adjusts to whatever storm he's in that ring, all right? And I told y'all already, I think he's going to mix it up with Canelo. I think he is. He's going to mix it up and then, take it back out and box. Mix it up and box. Why would he stand there and just fight? See, that's the thing. Senior wants Canelo to be, Mexican style, where, come forward and just stand in the middle of the ring and just punch all day. That's not Terence Crawford style. He doesn't do that. And he knows that. But if I'm going to be real about this, we know where Benavidez Sr. is coming from with all of this. He's just upset that his son didn't get a chance to fight Canelo. That's all this really boils down to, man. He's upset that a smaller dude from like 2 weight classes below, was it 2 or 3? 2 weight classes down. Well, technically 3. Is moving up to fight Canelo, and then he knows Canelo is the big bag man. So that's what this is all about. It's about how Canelo was running from Benavidez, and Canelo didn't want to fight his son. That's all it's about, man. It's about that they didn't have the opportunity to get in the ring, and some smaller dude from a lower weight class skips ahead of everybody else and is getting to that bag. That's what this is about, bro. That's all it is. And to disrespect Bud like that and say that it's going to be boring, that's pretty much calling Bud a boring fighter. And we know Terence Crawford is not a boring fighter. So, that's just coming from a place of hate and jealousy, man, as far as I'm concerned, for seeing to even say that. He's like, I don't buy this whole thing that, Bud is going to get, that Canelo's going to get knocked out by Terence Crawford. Hey, listen, I don't know. Can that happen? People say this I've been seeing people say, well, Terence Crawford had an issue with Madrimov. He couldn't stop Madrimov. Listen, man, here's the thing, though. Madrimov and Canelo are 2 different people. Yeah, Canelo's bigger. But Madrimov's style is completely different from Canelo's. Madrimov was moving around, herky-jerky, using his feet. Canelo's not going to do that. He's going to stand there and come forward and get fucking countered. That's what's going to happen, bro. I'm telling you. With those long-ass arms of Terence Crawford, that's what's going to happen. But nobody sees it like that. And with that style of Canelo, that's a possibility he could get stopped by somebody. I mean, listen, he got an iron chin. I'm not taking that away from Canelo's chin. But listen, man, every dog has their day. Anything can happen. Canelo could get knocked out. Terence Crawford could get knocked out. None of them, they both have never been knocked out. Never. And both of them have never officially touched the canvas either. So this is what makes it kind of interesting as well. But many believe that Bud don't have the power to knock out Canelo. Canelo's just too big. And people feel like, well, if Canelo was able to take power punches from bigger dudes at 175 and 168, how's this little old Terence Crawford gonna move up and stop Canelo all of a sudden? Which is a valid argument. I'm not saying it's not. But like I said, I'm gonna say it again, there's a first time for everything. Being that Canelo, we know him as having this iron chin, I can't really see Bud stopping him. But the opportunities for that shit to happen is there. Fuck what y'all saying. Because, somebody got a chin, that don't mean they chin can't get cracked. Whoever it is. Oh, it's not gonna be Bud. He too small. Okay, well, we'll find out. And if he don't get the knockout, that's fine, as long as he get the win. However he get it, rather is that by running all night, what y'all like to call running and all that stuff, whatever. You get the win. But if he goes in there and he smokes Canelo and he looks really good fighting and he wins, dude, man, come on, bro. He'll be the third one to beat Canelo. But if he actually steps it up and he be the first one to knock out Canelo, that would be big. And it would be significant because nobody else was able to do it. Meaning, especially Beaver. Beaver being a bigger dude than Crawford, he wasn't even able to knock him out. And if Crawford could pull off something like that, that'd be epic. But honestly, I don't see that happening. I see Bud washing him on the cards. But Cena's coming from a place of hate and jealousy. That's why he tried to bash Crawford and say the fight's gonna be boring because his son didn't get a chance to even make it boring with Canelo in the ring, and probably never will. That's all it's about. But let me know how you feel about this, man. It's your boy, Rebel Like Boxing. Catch y'all in the next one, and I'm off this.